Right, we're on this new road that hasn't been opened yet, Grand Parade. So just a massive development going on in this Cherrywood, Tully Vale area. Burnt out remains of the house, an arson attack. So, I was down here last week, did a little bit of filming, but it was on my phone, so it didn't come out too well. So I've just returned to this location again. See the amount of development going on up there. There's Carrickmine Woods in the background. So here we are, these trees here. That's where the Harcourt Street line was. And fortunately you can't get down there, but it's just, that's the that's your telegraph pole. There's two telegraph poles down here. So that's the actual alignment heading towards Tully Gates and the burnt out remains of the Gatekeepers cottage. So something I've only discovered really in recent months. I think down here is the second one. As you can see, Carrickmine Woods in the background. So I think this whole area is going to be redeveloped, and unfortunately I think we could lose the 1850s gatekeeper house. Here's the other telegraph pole here now, covered in ivy. That's what I came through before last summer, the sheds there with a burnt out car. I think it's a Beamer, BMW. There's Killiney Hill in the background. So you can imagine the feeling being on a train. Here, one side is Carrickmine Woods, and then you come down here, you look out the window and you see the obelisk, and then you come through the Tully Gates crossing heading towards the viaduct. Just open countryside, and on the right hand side of the viaduct you'll be able to see, or before you come to the viaduct you'll be able to see the Ballycorus chimneys, lead mines chimney. Yeah, that's definitely the alignment. It's quite, when nature takes it back, it grows in the track bed, so it swings right across. The alignment would have swung right across the road here, and underneath us is, on the left, is the Luas tunnel, and then the alignment would have, the current Luas alignment would have joined up with the previous Harcourt Street alignment. So there's the other burnt out property as well. That was the big property. Now, beggars belief why, when they were building the Luas extension in 2010, they didn't choose this. They had their reasons. So they had to put in an expensive tunnel, and a very expensive viaduct had to be built. So why they didn't use this alignment? They could have, surely would have had a mandatory purchase order on these properties here, demolished them, repurposed the old Gatekeepers house that's now in ruins, and could have been a lot different. But I said they had their reasons. Because where I was, and I did a video a few minutes ago, was the Cherrywood Luas stop that I only discovered this year. That's actually on the alignment of the Harcourt Street line. That's the railway alignment there. So, oh yeah, before I finish, of course, the way that curves there, so you have Nigel Patrick's Father Cleary character trying to avoid the Gardaí, and he gets out of the train and you see him holding on to the very old carriage, and you can see it swinging around the corner. So it's actually that corner there, and I'll put up a link of the film. I'm sure I'm always banging on about this film, but it's fantastic. We have that film that includes the viaduct and includes Tully Gates here, includes Carrickmine. So as I said before, someone had the ingenuity to use this railway for the film, because the line had already closed. It had already been, both tracks had been removed as far as just outside Fox Rock, and you know, it was they obviously had to, it was still CIE's property, so they had to negotiate with CIE. But we have that film, and we have the other film, a guy that filmed, I'll put that link up as well. It's filmed as far as Fox Rock, but it's the only see if we can get out of here. I shouldn't be in here. There you go, I'm out now. So the only area that we don't have a film of is Shankill. Even one of the Irish Railway films, this American Irish guy from the 50s, he posted, he went around Ireland filming, and he includes Shangana Junction, train coming off Shangana Junction. So just to conclude this, on the left is the overgrown Tully gates, burnt out remains of the, I visited this location numerous times. I mean, when I lived in this area 4.5 years ago, I used this. This is my first video up here. It was so close to me. So, and so the line ran at the back there, over here, and just beyond the traffic lights is where the line would have swung over to this side. Again, as this I found in the evening, was the Irish Press, Irish Evening Press, Irish Press, and this guy that back in June 1979 he visited the line, and he mentioned this area as being just returning to agricultural land, so as it was before the line was built. Anyway, yeah, just to finish off, so the line would have come across here and down there, so where the truck is, would have crossed the road there, and then swung down to where the current Cherrywood, where it came from, the current Cherrywood Luas station is, and then went under a bridge, a footbridge, because there would have been a dedicated walkway from Cherrywood Road up to Tully Church. Tully Church is up in the background there, a medieval church. So I'll shut up now and stop.